All right. Dual page display. I think this one is so neat, this dual page display. I can show multiple pages at one time. And the reason I would want to do that is, say, for instance, I'm teaching a math lesson and I have my instructions up for the students to see, and I have problems on another page for the students to try. So I want to keep the instructions up at all times. So in order to get to dual page display, display two adjacent pages, easily move objects between pages. So literally click and drag your objects. But I want to show two pages. Remember how we went into full screen mode? We're going to do the same thing with view screens. And then click on dual page display. Okay? Just the two pages. Dual page display. So now you see my content left and right screen. If I go into full screen, I'll get rid of all of my toolbar at the top and the tabs on the side, but I'm just going to keep that in work mode right now. So you'll see I have dual page. If I click to the right, you'll notice all my pages just shift to the left. Okay, so I have my instructions. If I go to my next pages, my instructions will then shift to the left page. Okay, all right. I want to show you one cool thing. You can write on these pages if they're in dual page display. In this case, I want to show, okay, if we're going to multiply, we're going to count the zeros. Okay, 1 0, I have 1 2, 1 2. Apologies, doing this from my laptop. That looks like a happy face. All right, so anyways, I have my instructions up. The students know how to do the work. They're working on their own pages to try, so let's put them in green. You count 1 2, 2 zeros, 8, 1 2, so I have 800. Okay. But what I really love about this dual page display is that I can lock my instructions in. And so every time if I go page forward, right now my page isn't locked in place, so I lost my instructions. But I want to lock my instructions in place so that no matter what page I go to, my instructions will always be there. And how I do that is with this pin button, my pin a page. So you'll notice if I click on the left page, I'll get a blue border. If I click on the right page, the border will appear on the right page. So you'll kind of see the border jump back from left, right, left. Okay, so now that I clicked on my left page and made that left page active, I have the blue border. I'm going to go ahead and click this pin option. So I'm going to click the pin in page in place. If you don't find your pin up in your toolbar, what you can do is go to this cog, customize the toolbar. We're going to look for pin page. So I'm on my actions tab. Everything's in alphabetical order. Look for pin page right here. Click and drag it over an existing icon. Now you have to drag it over the left icon, my actions icons, that's on the left side. You'll notice my other icons here are grayed out, so I can't add those. That's for my add-ons and my tools, which are the other two tabs. But I want to drag it into my actions icon. Okay, so once I get pin page up on my toolbar, I click done. You get your pin, make sure your page is active, and then click pin page. Now that my page is pinned in place, you'll see these little push pins. And if I click page right, my instructions will be on the left. Now, as I keep advancing forward, you see that I have multiplications up for the students to try, advance forward. Now they can try the division, and they still have access to my instructions here on the left. Just imagine I completed my lesson. It's all marked up. So the students have access to my instructions while looking at more problems. I can give them even more problems, multiplication and division. Still access to my instructions that I did. Page forward, now I have a place for them to write their own problems. But meanwhile, the instructions is up at all times. What I used to do before is literally copy and paste the instructions after every 2 pages, just so that the instructions will always be up. But it was kind of nuts because I don't have my annotations on every 2 pages. I only have it on the 1 page that I taught the class. So if you want your instructions with your annotations up at all times, go ahead and pin the page in place after putting into dual page display. To get it off, to remove the pins, go ahead and click pin, or you can leave it in. And then come back to view screens, because now I want to go back to 1 page. I'm going to select my view screens icon and say single page display. When I first started with Notebook, and I chose dual page display to show 2 pages. To get out of it, I was looking for dual page display for the longest time. it never occurred to me I want to get back to single page display just to show one page, but obviously I would need to get back to a single page display. So just click on that, and now I am back on my single page display. I can go back and forth like normal. Okay, so enjoy dual page display with pinning pages.